So it seems like people in 2025 are still trying to cancel streamers who play the game Hogwarts Legacy. And this time they're trying to target Korone, Inugami Korone from Hololive. They're freaking out because she dared to play Wizard game on stream. I just went to Bluesky and typed in the word Korone and we can see immediately all of these very well-adjusted and normal people crashing out over the fact that Korone decided to play Hogwarts Legacy over 2 years late to the release of the game. Everybody else has already done their playthroughs and people are still getting mad when somebody actually picks it up. Somebody can't just want to play the game because they're a fan of the Harry Potter series, they think it would be a fun experience. No, these people think that they're the main character and anybody cares how they feel about these issues. Let's just look at some of the tweets by these people. Korone, no, because she's playing Hogwarts Legacy. The replies saying, I'm charitably assuming Korone just doesn't know. I will say that when I lived in Japan, I was shockingly separated from Western happenings. It was really like living on the moon, getting transmissions every so often about something that happened. People like this are really interesting because while I do assume that Korone doesn't know and probably most JP members don't have any idea about like the controversy about all of this because they don't spend time on the Western side of Twitter. I mean, at the time when Hogwarts Legacy came out, these people were still on Twitter and not on Bluesky, but they're on the Japanese side of Twitter, so they didn't see all the meltdowns, they didn't see people crashing out over J.K. Rowling's Wizard game. And I remember whenever this game came out in 2023, there were a lot of VTubers that got harassment for playing it. Silverveil was one of them. Another example is Pikami. She received a lot of harassment by that crowd over her intentions to play the game, and then she ended up graduating, in part because of that whole harassment campaign that happened because of Hogwarts Legacy. But luckily, of course, we do have her back as Henya the Genius. And it's crazy, she doesn't harass anybody, she doesn't spread any kind of hate, she doesn't talk about politics, but these guys attacked her because she wanted to play a Harry Potter game. And that's the same trick that they're trying to do with Korone in 2025. And if you're still trying to cancel people who play Hogwarts Legacy and you think people care about that at all, you're literally this meme personified. Nobody actually cares except for these freaks, but since most of them have migrated to Bluesky, we can just type Korone in the search bar and see a lot of their terrible takes. So let's continue gathering insights from Bluesky's greatest minds. I will never understand taking a reputation hit like this for the middest game ever. In this case, they might truly have not known. I don't know how aware Japan is of Joanne's BS. I had to look it up because I didn't really know what they were talking about, but apparently the JK in JK Rowling is Joanne Kathleen. But it is hilarious that these Bluesky NPCs really think that Korone is going to take a reputational hit because she's playing Hogwarts Legacy. Not only does she and the majority Japan-based fans that are watching her stream not care at all or probably even know about the issue, all of the Western fans that are watching don't care either. It's only the trans activist people that are obsessed with politics that actually think this is a real issue, and they think that the combined 40 of them that unsubscribe from Korone and dislike her streams are going to make any difference to Korone's reputation or her numbers. It's really just cute. There is no excuse for a VTuber streaming Hogwarts Legacy. Oh no, Jacqueline Gay is unsubscribing from Korone and disliking the stream because she played Hogwarts Legacy. The funny thing is that Korone probably doesn't even know about this controversy between J.K. Rowling and the Western fans, or I should say a very specific subset of the Western audience. But even if she did know about it, she would have absolutely no reason to care. These people do not make up a substantial portion of her fanbase or any Hololive member's fanbase. And if she wants to be able to play a game on stream that she thinks would be fun, then she should just be able to play that game. Like, these people aren't fans, they're antis. I don't think there's any other group of fans that says, you're not allowed to play this game and we're going to unfollow you if you do. It's honestly pretty telling how the indie VTubing scene is like 45% trans women, yet mainstream normie VTubing has none. I honestly feel like it says something if a scene leans extremely trans inclusive on the indie end, but people being paid for it are 100% cis. It never happens on accident. It's small media firms being aggressively transphobic. The delusion here is off the charts. I almost think it has to be some kind of bait. The stat that the indie VTubing scene is 45% trans has to be one of the greatest ass pulls I've ever seen. And even if that was the case, most of these indie VTubers don't seem to be able to crack like 10 concurrent viewers, so that wouldn't be much of a flex anyway. I'll be needing to mute this to keep my notifications from flooding, but yeah, sorry this happened, y'all. I don't know what else to say, but yeah, if Japan is truly not getting enough news about this, then that's a big problem. Jolene has had her Nazi campaign of eradication against us out in the open long enough. This effing aloofness can't continue, and we have every right to be enraged by it. Not an excuse, but I bet it's the same reason we're all in this mess to begin with. People are comfy and don't care to see what's going on with people unless it affects them specifically. Is this some form of competitive self self-victimization. Korone plays Hogwarts Legacy to a lot of viewers, by the way, more than 15,000 people, because she's a big streamer, one of the best VTubers ever, one of the best members of Hololive. She's the Oshi for a lot of people, one of the reasons I started watching Hololive back in like early 2020, and people love her. I mean, how can you hate this? But when you're one of these people, the terminally online, and your entire existence is faction warfare and politics, then you think that Korone deserves to be cancelled over playing the wizard game, even though she has absolutely nothing to do with J.K. Rowling's politics, and she probably just likes the IP Harry Potter like most fans. In fact, if there was actually a real person who only got into Harry Potter because of J.K. Rowling's politics, that would be incredibly cringe. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that that isn't the case for virtually anybody. And just so we're clear here, saying J.K. Rowling's opinion on this stuff is a Nazi campaign of eradication goes beyond hyperbole, and it's just straight brain damage. I know it's typical to see on the internet echo chambers that have a concentration of weirdos that you don't see in real life, whether it's people who are extremely racist and say that Jews are responsible for every bad thing that happens in the world ever, on the right side of things, all the way over to the far left side of things, where you have trans people that look at people who say, you are your biological sex, and they say, this is violence and you're trying to kill me. No, it's not hatred, it's not people coming after you. It's just the more normal, well-adjusted people that you would actually see if you went outside, saying things like, if you are a biological male or a biological female, you can't become the other gender. And that's pretty much J.K. Rowling's position. Now, if I remember correctly, the reason why she doesn't have conservative supporters is because she tried to tout the position that if you don't want to take in Muslim refugees from these war-torn countries like Syria, you're actually a bad person. So that pissed off a lot of conservatives, but made a lot of the progressive types really happy. They were hyped at that moment. But then she missed the memo that you're not allowed to mix opinions from opposing sides, so when the whole transgender stuff became more mainstream, she spoke out against that, and then people from the progressive side started to hate on her for it. And this is the world of politics. For anybody who wants to start airing out all their political beliefs on Twitter, just understand that all of your opinions have to fit within the faction that you choose. I've said it before, but the internet doesn't like nuance, and some opinions mix about as well as water and oil. But back to the Bluesky meltdowns. But, it's my childhood, okay? Translation: stop looking mad or sad at me while you lose all your human rights. I just need to consume this product guilt-free. Can you transes just shut up and go away while I consume product? To be honest, yes. It's not even a form of hatred. It's not hate. It's just indifference. People don't care about you. You're not the main character. They don't care about your issues, and nobody perceives what's happening as you losing all your human rights. What rights are you losing? You can cross-dress and do whatever you want to do, but nobody has to play along with your belief system and care, and these people are not focusing their energy into hating you. They just want to do the things that they're interested in and not have you chirping in their ear about how bad of a person they are. If somebody spends their hard-earned money on a video game and they want to play it because they love the IP, they're going to do that. They're not going to look at the trans community and ask for permission. Can't wait for 3 more weeks of grifters making cancelled thumbnails and going to bat for the most mediocre big license release since Arkham Knight, just to have another bad excuse to harass random trans women. Well, nobody would be making these types of videos if you guys would stop harassing people who played the wizard game. When you try to create a mass unfollowing campaign and dislike their streams and cancel them for playing these types of games, tweeting nasty stuff at them, etc., that's the actual harassment. It's not harassment when people call you out for what you did. On one hand, I can see how streamers are treating it like a job and following the algorithm, blah blah blah, but on the other hand, it's like the lowest bar of being supportive. Like, how hard is it to just not support that transphobic garbage that isn't even written all that well? Also, how is it in the algorithm? Like, it came out years ago and got zero press or recognition, except people ginning up controversy because trans people stopped watching anyone who played it. Most attention it got was when that one transphobic VTuber faked getting hate raids for attention. And I can only imagine that they're talking about Silvervale, who actually did receive a lot of hate for playing the game. And then here's some more of the mentally ill crying about this. I think it's funny that these people think that their unsubscribe is going to affect Korone in any meaningful capacity. She's just going to continue to stream to more than 15,000 concurrent viewers while these people cope and seethe. Here's another mentally ill NPC melting down over Korone playing the wizard game. Korone is streaming the stupid effing dumb effing idiotic effing stupid effing turf wizard game. Why do you have to do that, Korone? Get some help. And then she, her, they, them, he, him, who knows, they unsubscribe from Korone, and this is definitely going to be a major hit to Korone. I do not know how she will recover from this. And then to end it off, I guess we have Bluesky's one normal user saying to the people crashing out about Korone playing Hogwarts Legacy, "It is only a game, why you have to be mad?" Thank you. Somebody finally said it. It's really not that deep. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Korone doesn't hate anybody, and she just wanted to play a fun game. But anyway, that's all I have for this video. Hololive is pretty good. Korone is awesome. She just tends to stream and make people happy by streaming. And I think that anybody who's trying to hate on her or cancel her because she plays a video game that she thinks is fun, they're the problem, not Korone. If you like this video, then hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more uploads. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.